MJ, back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Throw them away. No need.
One of these days, those are gonna break on impact.
Oh, I'm certain of that. All right, just lining things up a little bit here. How is everybody down in the chat doing? Hopefully
and the alphabet soup actors will rejoice at never having to wear them again.
Well, I still got some use for those, so.
I know. I know they don't like the bottle opener ones because they hurt.
Yeah, they pinch a little bit, unfortunately. Depends on the person. All right.
Howdy, Rotisserie, A-Games, Joseph, and Jeremy. Oh, and Mr. Elman. Happy Easter.
There we go.
And happy Passover.
Yes. I hope everybody had a good Friday. We'll have a good Easter tomorrow, and for right now, are having happy Passovers.
We had our Seder last night.
Yeah.
It was digital.
Yeah, we had a little virtual Seder last night, so that was nice and fun.
If I was thinking ahead, I would have gotten a throwaway Discord account so that Elijah could have showed up. No camera, no voice.
That would have been funny.
But I wasn't thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a Discord Passover.
Yes. So that was a little hit or miss on some of the technology aspects, but we eventually got the hang of it.
Our Seder was pretty cheap, too.
Yeah.
The lamb shank was made out of Play-Doh.
Yep.
We've been doing that for years, though, because Jake doesn't eat mammals.
Yeah, so we didn't really have a proper lamb shank.
Although there was the time that I cut one out of a slice of paper.
Yes. Really, what we should try to do is have, a rotisserie chicken or something, the week before.
So that we have a bone. Yeah, we've done that, too, before.
Yeah, it's been a while, though.
It's been a while, because we never remember to do it. A-Game's been playing a lot of Animal Crossing New Horizons. We don't own a Switch.
No, we don't.
So,
but I do know that's been a very popular
everybody
game
playing that, everyone.
Everybody's
all of my
having
best
so much fun
friends
with that right
are playing it. They all have Switch, so they're all playing.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing. I'm just playing Minecraft.
So, as far as this week's been, some things did finally
Cannibalism.
Open up as far as my schedule goes. One is that this last week I got grades in. That was a big thing. This next week we're having a little bit more of a relaxed school schedule, since it would normally be our spring break. But we're not exactly having a spring break, so we're just kind of scaling back on things a little bit. So I'm going to have a reduced workload week next week. I don't have to worry about grades next week because I got those in. And one thing that was a little unfortunate, but did open up my schedule as well, is, as I'm sure many of you heard, Bernie Sanders has dropped out of the race, which is unfortunate. You can still absolutely vote for him on the ballot. He's just no longer going to be campaigning. But that also means that there's no volunteer work for me to be doing at this time. So I suddenly got a whole bunch more hours added onto my schedule for this next week. So I spent a decent chunk of today sort of going through
Cleaning
footage.
up after Passover, too.
Cleaning up after Passover. Getting everything back in order. So
making latkes just makes a mess of the kitchen.
I finally had a chance to inventory some footage for 89 that I hadn't gotten around to yet. I have things set so I can take care of a few pickup shots right after this for myself that I realized I'd missed. What was that?
I was talking to the chat, letting them know I saw what they said, and I'll interrupt you in a minute.
So I'm going to really, tomorrow, focus in on getting work done on 89 so I can actually, get a proper estimate of when I'll be finishing this thing. There are a few effects things that still need to be sorted out, but editing is coming along. I have all the footage that requires all the other actors, which was my big priority, and now I just gotta take care of some pickup shots involving me and cut that in with everything. So that's all good stuff, good progress. I can finally start making headway on power reviews again, and I'm going to try and actually do that.
Yes. So, good news from the chat.
Yes.
Kirame Red is over the coronavirus.
Excellent. Yeah, I had seen that online that he had,
Hi, Zafra. Hi, Jumpman.
that he's currently recovering.
Dustin.
Yes, Jesse, I miss the Phantom Ranger too. Don't worry, his adventures will be resuming, hopefully shortly. I'm working on it. I'm finally working on it again. It's been an adjustment, with this whole school year. As many of you guys might remember, when I was teaching before, teaching takes up a lot of time. Grad school takes up less time, but still a fair amount of time. And I'm just trying to, and now I'm finally starting to settle into something where I can do editing for this channel again.
Yeah.
As opposed to all the different little videos I've been producing for my students.
Hey, Olivia. Hey, Rudy.
Hey. Yeah, it's been some crazy times. So it's good to see that people have all kind of filtered in now. And I think that you know what, if we're gonna get down to business with working on Power Ranger videos,
the Huns.
Poor choice of words. All right. We should get to work on this Power Rangers video. And we do actually, again, have things on the Roku, so that's good. Philo seems to be picking up the slack. I have the good remote this time, which is actually responsive.
The native remote, the original one, not the cheapo replacement I got off eBay when that one was lost.
So, here we go. Fingers crossed. Let's go for a smooth run.
I'm sorry, Jumpman. It's an automatic reaction.
So now, time for episode 29 of...
Power!
Wait. Why are you backing out? I left it on pause too long, and now it's backing out. Really?
A bunch of Sentai music is now on Spotify.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna wait a moment for it to reload.
Well, Dustin, they may hold the episodes back when they run out of episodes.
Come back.
But right now, they still, they have some in the backlog, so.
Down. There we
go. Oh.
Yeah, it went all the way back to the main menu. That's
because we left it paused too long. That's okay. We'll just.
What? No, I don't want. What?
Roscoe Jenkins.
What is that? No, I don't want any of that. No, don't exit file. Just. What are you doing?
Yes.
I jinxed it.
Yes, Devious.
We are
engaging in what is colloquially
No, I don't want to watch.
As an epic fail.
I don't. No. I don't want to watch Martin Lawrence's show. I didn't even know Martin Lawrence had a new show. But apparently, Martin Lawrence has another show now.
On Nickelodeon.
No, I don't think that was Nickelodeon. I'm fairly certain that was not.
Everything we're looking at isn't Nickelodeon right now?
No, that was just like random trending things because it went down twice past the other things. All right, here we go. Now, time for episode 29 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers Beast King Rampage. There we go.
Please turn the camera around. No. No.
There we go. Play. What you doing? Why? Why aren't you playing? I hit the button to do the thing. Why aren't you playing my Power Rangers? Why aren't you playing my Power Rangers right now? I hit play with the remote. I hit the button. Do the button.
That's correct, Jumpman. We do not show the screen because copyright.
Play? What is happening? What is happening?
I would go with less of a trumpet noise and more of a trombone, Jesse.
I'm dying here. This is killing me.
Did the smart TV just crash?
No, it didn't. It's still there. It's just not playing the episode that was there a moment ago. That's not
Evox has
playing.
Invaded our tech again. Yes.
Evox!
Evox!
Come on.
Here we go.
You see, I hit the thing, but the thing does nothing. Maybe if I hit start over?
Try it.
Like, do something. Do something that is not just showing me a black screen of nothingness.
Rusty! The chat made me do it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try backing out and going back in? Maybe? Something?
There's really nothing to see.
What is happening right now? This is literally a black screen.
Yeah, this. I know that you want us to turn it around during the failure, but we're staring at a blank screen. It's
Why?
black.
Why? This was fine. It was literally.
You want to reboot
it was
the room?
paused.
Shall I reboot the room?
Paused. No, that's gonna take even longer, I think. Wait, come on. It was paused on the video right up until I go to hit play, and my hand was like this, and as it's coming down, it starts having problems. Like, how? How is this a thing? Why are you doing this to me?
Black screen, my favorite TV show. Spectrum is behind Galaxy Warriors. We're not even, we're using Spectrum Internet. But we're not even using Spectrum Cable anymore. We switched to Philo because it's about as messed up, but way, way, way cheaper.
Okay, I managed to back out. Now let's try this again. Play. Maybe. Thing. Okay, I'm seeing a thing. I'm seeing a thing.
You can do it. You can
seeing a thing.
You can do it.
Yes! No? Wait, you made a sound! Okay.
We're getting it.
We're in the crystal dimension. It's just frozen.
They stole the Wi-Fi connection from your TV to make Rokutron.
I don't watch that many live streams. Do a lot of live streams have these kinds of issues?
No.
Is it just us?
Yes.
Why?
I watch a lot of live streams.
Why?
Well, I mean, for starters, most of the live streams I watch aren't also trying to watch TV, but...
Play? There it goes! There it goes!
Upload!
Oh, he's streaming too! That's it! He was clogging up our bandwidth.
There we go. Yes, wait. Jake does have tech rage.
Music by Matt McGuire. I think I've seen that a few times. We get a flashback to last week.
And you got Nate. First we needed Nate, and you got Nate. You did get Nate.
So that was the first... Wait. How much flashing back are we doing to last week?
I think he's explaining... He's about to deploy the thing he had Nate make, so he's just explaining that part.
Yeah.
See?
Malware. Okay.
Also a new writer, according to what I'm hearing.
Oh.
In the chat.
I wasn't looking closely. Well, the writers are showing me.
Try an Amazon Fire Stick next time.
Well, he is having he's having good times.
Does Amazon Fire have Philo?
I don't know.
Because Roku has
General
Philo,
Burke.
But...
Oh, wait, he said the mayor and I have been working on a top secret project. So, that's how he knows that they've been working on things. Oh, what's he got? He's got a little black
Careful
box.
What you plug in.
Is that a video camera? What is happening? What is happening?
That appears to be an audition video for becoming Power Rangers. In which they did a very bad job.
Wow. You know...
Tom Furness is the name of the new writer.
Oh, and there's General Burke in on this too.
Yes, he was in at the beginning.
Yep. I know he did the intro, but he was also fighting the punching bag as well. You know, I know how a lot of people feel about Ben and Betty, and I feel like they wouldn't be too upset about having their antics on Fast Forward. Oh.
That
Okay,
was
so
built
they've
with,
been...
Yeah, built without Nate. A Zord that was built without Nate.
Interesting. I wonder why it was made without Nate. Oh.
He is Grid Battle Force.
Well, I guess Grid Battle Force is a subset. Oh, no.
Megan.
She knows that she's not in a good position.
Easy, Nate. Megan mentioned that there was some bad blood between you.
Yep.
But she submitted an amazing design. Her knowledge and experience make her the right person.
She knows she didn't submit that design either.
Did she?
She's done a great job.
No, I don't think she did.
I think she feels really awkward. Is this going to be a redemption story for Megan?
I feel like she's being set up to take the fall.
She might be.
If this goes south.
This activator summons the beast-X Kingzorn.
Huh.
For purposes of the test, I will control it from my tower.
This is an interesting... That's an interesting little morpher. It seems
it's
to have...
nothing from Beast Morpher.
No, it's not from Go Busters.
Yeah.
But it is modified... It looks like a modified beast-X morpher. Nice. There we go.
I don't remember. This is an entirely American Zord?
No. This was in Go Busters.
Oh. Why don't I remember that thing?
I don't know why you don't remember it. It's pretty cool. It's got some spiffy things.
Here goes the malware. Okay. So she did design it.
Yeah.
But lions are meant to be wild.
Lions are meant to be wild.
I feel like throwing a dart
Look, she's a robot.
feels...
Wait. What's that glove?
Why don't they have Human Blaze and Roxy and Robo Blaze and Roxy on screen at the same time, other than to not confuse the kids, because compositing takes post-production.
It's not fun.
Trust me, every time Mayo and Kay are on screen at the same time.
Yep, it's hacking hard.
Maybe that glow on the sword was... Did you install a firewall against viruses?
Well, I was going to, but...
You didn't. It's Evox. He's taking over control of that sword with a virus.
Devin, get out there in the Resort and stop.
You know, yeah, that is something that they probably should
I was going to, but the mayor said not to. Well, he's
happy.
a smug snake.
Rangers, bow, wow. Go, go, Power Rangers, burning. Go, burning. Go, burning. It's morphin' time. For justice we fight. With beast morphin' might. Together we rise. Bow, wow, 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 now. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Power Rangers, Beast Morphers.
Anyways,
You always do such a weird thing for the...
Beast Morphers!
You're like...
They should bring Human Blaze and Roxy back, yes.
They do
Not
like
necessarily
a
on screen with the
voice,
other
and
ones
you do like
today.
Yeah, they haven't done anything since Robo Blaze and Robo Roxy came
Evil
on.
Zord trope, go!
Yes.
Tuba Kid should be next. At getting a second chance.
He's...
Nate is using the same
Tuba
angry face
Tuba
he
Kid
gives
should
to
get the Frog
cybervillains.
Zord. Tuba Kid gets the Frog Zord. That's what it's gonna be.
Nate did the same angry face he does to the bad guys about this. Nate does have an adorable, like...
Yeah.
Adorable angry scowl.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, right. Trolls 2
It
is
doesn't
being...
make it any less scary. It's almost kind of like, oh, like, he's adorable, so his angry face comes off adorable, but
Yeah.
also the anger is definitely there, so you're
Right.
kind of like, is he gonna, like, set an evil robot on me and kill me in my sleep?
Yeah. That is a good point. Yes, you are correct, Rotisserie. As I'm reviewing in my mind, we have not seen
Morph.
the morph forms of Roboblaze and Roboroxy since episode 3, when they raided the game tournament. That is a little odd. They've been very much like on the back burner, just being sort of little, errand runners as of late. It's like, all right, we brought you back. You have forms that can respawn after any fight. So you're gonna go down to the store and buy a puppet. And then this week, I need you Roboblaze and Roboroxy, to throw a dart. That
Real Blaze and Roxy, as far as we know, just don't work here anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Roxy and Robbie are still dating.
Yeah, it seems like they've moved on to other things. You know, Blaze is working down at the gym. Roxy's working with
Her aunt
Aunt,
at the
Aunt
aquarium.
Regina. Well, not at the aquarium, but at the corporation.
Right. She doesn't work at the aquarium. Was secondary.
I mean, unless her aunt fired her and now she works at the aquarium, which would be perfectly fair.
Yeah, it would be.
But yeah, in Go Busters, as Chris is mentioning, the Lion Zord was developed by a scientist whose daughter was very protective of it and distrusted the Go Busters. And this is kind of an interesting flip on that. In this case,
The person who made it is distrusted
by
by
the
the
Rangers.
Rangers. Does anybody actually buy Kids Bop
I mean,
on purpose?
I feel like people must be buying Kids Bop because they're on like what 60 of these. Like, how many
Yeah.
Kids Bops have they made now?
But it's
Somebody's buying them.
They're all existing songs resung by kids, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the point is.
Um,
Because it's like, oh, well, probably they're like the PG versions of things, but
Yeah.
also, you think if the kids know
it
about
probably
the
makes
songs,
it a little nicer to sing along. I don't know.
if the kids already know the songs enough to want the CD with the songs on it, then aren't they going to realize, hey, that's not Taylor Swift?
I'm actually. Oh, and we're back.
The dart used to take control of the
Oh,
animal robot.
yes.
It's supposed to represent trank darts. That makes sense. There's a hole in my
All right,
sock.
we got
There's a great big hole in my sock.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Racer Zord. Nice. I remember this being a pretty good fight. Rawr.
Just like the teenagers?
Yes.
Hey, man.
Woo.
Happy Pet Day to the cats. Oh, it's today. There's a Kids Pop radio station, too.
Yeah.
That does make it kind of pointless to buy.
Ride 'em, cowboy. It's a big Zord. I like that we actually had, like, well, yeah, but you still didn't install a firewall. Of course it's going to be fine in your simulations. Yeah, it's a dart.
That's the virus being uploaded. My guess is that Zord has had a visit from Evox's crew.
Well, yeah,
Which wouldn't have been a problem if you had installed a firewall.
that's true.
Very disappointing, Megan. Very. We need to focus on
Okay, he cut her off right there because she was about to say the mayor told me not to.
Yeah.
Steele, I'll lead you out in the field. Zoe, you help coordinate. Nothing. I'll fix this.
Fair.
Here, you need these.
Yeah, she had some introspection time.
You have already done enough
Yeah.
to mess things up.
This is quite good use of Megan.
Point the satellite dish at the Zord. It'll beam new programming into the Zord system.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's great that they are getting their new stuff more naturally.
By the time
Yeah.
we get there, I'll have the new programming ready to go. Roger that.
Devin, Rodney and Sarah on their way with the dish.
Copy. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Please, Lee, I can help. Not now.
Toby, please. I know what he's planning and it's going to backfire. How can we believe anything you have to say?
Zoe, I'm sorry for what I did back then. It was horrible.
Yes, it was.
Very.
Very.
Yep.
I know. It was too ambitious.
She was going to install the firewall later.
Trying to get ahead.
You know what happens when you wait to install the firewall?
Please
Yeah.
believe that I've changed.
Um.
The reason I agreed to build
You
that
get
fort was to
hacked?
show you that I want to help the Rangers.
Oh,
You know what happens when you wait to install the firewall?
the world ends.
That's all messed up too.
You get the virus apocalypse.
I need to go help Nate. I'm telling you, his idea won't work.
Theory. Dr. K's real name is Potassium.
Nice. I approve. Alright, so we know that this won't work.
Everything burns.
The new
Everything
programming
does
signal is
burn
ready to be sent
to get
out.
it hot enough.
Devin,
Yeah.
We need a clear shot.
Alright. Whoosh.
Speaking of everything burns,
Lot of
only you
fire.
can prevent forest fires.
There we go. Whoosh. Riding cowboy. But yeah, this is a cool Zord in that it is actually designed in such a way that Reds can ride it.
But apparently, it's not going to work.
Nope.
But it didn't work.
Well, hello. Yep. It's got a Megazord mode too.
Mm-mm.
Oh no! Instead of reprogramming the Zord, the signal triggered it to change into battle mode. Megan gave it a battle mode.
You didn't know about the battle mode. That would have probably been relevant.
Devin, are you okay?
Yeah, but I don't know how long I can hold off this Zord.
We have been and back to commercial. We've
When
been
was the-
making up for lost time on the on that one week with no Zord battle.
It's true. And when is the last time the Rangers had to deal with their animal weaknesses?
Rewriting history
Delaying with work.
is the one that comes to mind.
Oh, Este, we love you too.
Yay. Nice. But yes, but yeah, the last time I remember a weakness being presented as an actual weakness as opposed to just something that you were risking was in rewriting history when
Are we
Steel
also-
got a dog.
Are we also counting random carrot snacking?
See, Trolls World Tour, rated PG.
Because I feel like that one gets just kind of put in the background. Whereas
I'm not
like,
even sure the last time I saw Zoe eating a carrot. I'm also not sure why having a Megazord mode precludes an antiviral ray from working.
maybe the antiviral ray just needed to be programmed differently if it has dual modes. I think we're referring to the Tuba Kid from Beast Morphers, not the Dino Charge Tuba Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently she's always been having carrot smoothies at the Beast Bar.
Right, but I'm trying to think on the last time she even had one of those.
Probably quite recently, because they all had smoothies during the episode that we just watched last week.
No, did they?
Yeah, and then Seal
Oh, right,
tried
they
to
were all.
punish
That's
the
right.
the waiter.
They were all there. That's right. So that may have been something that we just
Wow! Wow!
didn't notice. Yeah, that one's a hide.
That is definitely that's more than just a hide.
Yeah.
Somebody's going in time out.
Alright. Yeah, I feel like, not to mention, and actually that's something that not just Megan could have told them. Like, General Burke could have mentioned
General
that.
Burke could have mentioned that. I mean, we
I
know
mean-
why the mayor didn't mention it.
I mean, that being said, it's also something where I don't know why it would influence things in that way. Like, if it feels like I don't know why specifically having a battle mode would affect antiviral software.
I'm just saying that maybe it being dual phasic means that, they tried to push it in a certain way and they pushed it into coding they didn't know it had. As a computer person, I could see something being like, oh shoot, when you write it this way, what we just did triggers that instead of what we wanted to.
I also feel like this is an oversight on Nate's part as well.
Well, if Nate had more time, you would expect him to have written an antivirus that handled more contingencies.
Yeah.
But you don't write an antivirus in an hour, though. That's the thing.
Right. But you should have also had just is there anything else I should know about this thing? Like, literally anything.
Oh, yeah, he is definitely...
And we're back.
What do you call it? He is blinded by his anger. I mean, that is why he has rage face constantly this episode.
But we'll figure it out.
Now he's going to have to let Megan help.
Must be another way to control that sword.
Megan said this wouldn't work.
Megan caused this problem to begin with.
I know you're upset with her, and so am I. But she knows this B6 King's work better than anyone.
It's true. She did design it.
Put her feelings aside and accept her help.
Zoe said you might be able to help her, so I tried reprogramming the Beast-X King sword system remotely, but it went into battle mode.
Yeah.
I was afraid that would happen. Well, the incoming signal activated an auto-defense mechanism I designed.
Okay.
Wow, it's a pretty clever feature, but
Interesting.
how do you get around it?
The only way to reprogram the Zord is to physically attach to the Zord.
No, but that sounds really cool.
Do you have something that could show
The official Power Rangers YouTube channel uploaded a video where cats talk about what each of them is like behind the scenes.
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen
Maybe
that
we'll
one
have to watch that after this episode.
This is a prototype of the Ultra Bow.
yet. Oh.
Oh, the Ultra Bow!
and gorilla DNA in it? Willing to load lion DNA too, so it's compatible.
Right, thanks. So you guys are working together now?
Just a little bit.
Oh, cats.
Same side.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Well, look, everybody keeps talking about Pets Day, so I thought we might have been talking about cats.
Okay.
Especially since someone's pointed out that a lion is a type of cat, which is also sometimes a pet, although a lion should not be a pet. So it's appropriate. 'Cause
I don't know.
apparently
I thought
today is
maybe it might
Pets
be the
Day.
Meow Rangers or something. Ooh,
And
that's
yeah, the
not
Meow Rangers are pretty cool.
good. Alright, so they gotta counter it with a dart of their own.
Initiating lion DNA morph.
Ooh. Okay. So this thing was initially going to be designed, I imagine, with a cheetah in the center, but instead they,
We gotta put the lion in the center.
nice.
But you see how it's got the pullback piston and the
Yeah.
strings attached to it?
Yeah.
That is 300% designed to be sold as a Nerf toy.
Well, yes.
Because that's how Nerf bow and arrows work.
Yes.
I would know. I am
You
a
like
collector of Nerf guns.
you like the Nerf bow and arrows.
I like Nerf weapons. Do we love dogs? Jake loves dogs.
Dogs are good.
I am okay with... I don't...
I grew up
Dislike
with
dogs.
dogs. I grew up with dogs.
I grew up with a dog. I liked her. I'm not a big fan of some dogs, but
So-
I'm also okay with dogs. I very much love the dog I grew up with. I'm
Hey.
picking bad dogs.
Blaze and Roxy are in the mix.
It does look a little like a marshmallow
That's a
gun.
fun little unmorphed fight going on. But yeah, that Ultra Beast-X King bow is surprisingly heavy.
Well, I imagine the Nerf one is actually quite a bit smaller.
Well, yes. But
Tronics!
Abraham
Does that make me
Rodriguez
do it?
commented on That it was a lot heavier than
On
it
the way to
looked.
the prom, yes. Someone mentioned that in the chat last week.
Nice. It's got a random plank of wood, and I guess somebody was having a picnic out there?
I need a clear shot just for a second. Say no more. Bruce, let's try a high power punch. Redirecting.
Nope, we have not seen Michael Coupon watching Time Force.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh no, it's definitely an original prop. I was just saying that when they make a toy of it, which they inevitably will based on that design, I imagine that toy will be considerably smaller and lighter. Zap, buzz, tense music.
Yes. We've got the caption.
Trilling.
There we go. And it's back to being a lion again.
And it's acting like a kitty cat.
There we go.
Why are they facing different directions?
There we go. And
The
he's
TV's over
displeased.
here, and the chat is here. Yep. So sometimes I look at the chat. If that's what you're asking, why we're looking.
We have a. MJ can directly respond to the chat on that one.
I've got the chat over here.
So that way, there's a slightly closer computer for typing.
But they said all facing different directions. I think he means something on TV.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
Hey, Tim. Yes, Lewis, I would have to agree. Beast Morphers does have good in morph fights.
Yeah. Are we going to morph now?
Evil Roxy has so much fun being evil.
She really does. Hey, where's that?
So apparently Michael rewatched Movie Madness and Nadira's Dream Date.
Oh, those
Christy
are fun.
Carlson Romano a month ago.
Now we get to that. There we go. We got the robos morphed and everything. Good times. Woo. Is it the Roaring Bunny? It's great, isn't it? It's fantastic. He's having fun with that Ultra Bow now. Ooh. That's a good point.
Cheese!
Weird thing to say. Not taking a picture of him. Yeah. It's not a dual changer, hun.
It's a tri-changer.
Yep.
Owners of Lions. Yeah, but
they just blew
I
up
haven't
Robo
watched it
Roxy.
myself, but from what I've heard of what people have seen when they watch Tiger King, you still probably shouldn't have big cats for pets.
Yeah.
Not good.
Whee!
They don't like it. People lose arms. In the wild or in very well-organized large zoos, you know, the kind that have like the entire savannah for them. That's pretty much it. Oh, when they were all...
He's
I think they were
transferring over
trying
to
to
the other
do
Zord.
One of those nobody gets inside circles. I think that's why they were all facing different directions.
Oh, when they were all back to back to back.
Scrousel can't rebuild himself. That's true. That's one thing you can destroy that Scrousel can't rebuild.
That's true. Woo! Nice.
Yeah, wild animals are not pets.
Yeah.
And cats are not wild animals, even if they think they are.
Yes.
House cats, I mean. Obviously some types of cats are wild animals, like wild cats. See, I bet a barber could cut their own hair better than Scrousel could rebuild himself.
Yeah, fair enough.
There was a point you all thought Betty was going to be a Green Ranger?
Yeah. It's a common theory that I
I'm so
doubt.
outside the fandom, I did not even know about that, and I'm sitting here going, how?
I don't believe it.
Well, I don't think Rotisserie believes it anymore either. What they're saying is that seemed plausible at one point, and now they can't believe they ever believed it.
Woo! There we go. So Robo-Blaze and Robo-Roxy been blown up again. Oh no. Just lingered on it.
Use the Beast X King's Lord key and activator to summon it. It belongs to the Rangers.
I owe Grid Battle Force an apology. We should never have done this without your help. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Lucky for us, we had a top-rate engineer building that sword. Without her, today would have been very different.
I feel like a hug might be a little much.
We're glad to be working with you again, Megan.
A
Thanks, everyone.
a handshake would have been more appropriate, I
Yeah.
think.
It means a lot. You worked hard. You earned it.
Really, just an elbow bump? Elbow bump would have been fine.
Fist bump. Oh wait, now you know what I think? I think
What are they gonna do with this dart? Are they just gonna throw out the dart? What did you just do? What? No. Why? No.
Okay, when legs detach,
What?
maybe they should just detach as individual legs so they can't do this. Steel's legs are on the run.
This is-
Sid, the technical operator, would be a great Green Ranger.
That was a weird note to end on. Okay. Didn't see that coming. Okay. Alright then.
I thought they were going to turn the camera on and maybe see the mayor
Something.
doing something he shouldn't have.
Yeah, I thought that there was going to be more to Megan's I was going to but we never got more on that.
Yeah.
So we're...
I still believe, based on the way she was talking and the fact that she got cut off when she did, that what she was trying to say is that she wanted to put the firewall in, but the mayor told her not to.
Right.
What do I think of Megan's redemption story? I think that, honestly, it all played out pretty well, except for in the end, I think Nate would probably, if he had not been written to hug her,
The
more
hug,
naturally would have been more like, all right.
like we can work together. We're not friends, but we can
We are
work
not
together.
friends. We are not friends, but I
Like-
will respect you.
like,
We're not friends.
That's not a thing where you just become friends with someone just because they do their job.
Yeah, you can
Like,
you can be civil and work with someone and still be all like, but what you did was a bad thing, and I'm not interested in being friends with you.
yeah, that was a little
And that's
weird.
why the hug came across weird, and I think something along the lines of a professional handshake that was stiff and with some distance.
It played out like one of those things where, okay, now that you've forgiven each other, hug, there we go.
yeah,
Like when it's like how children would do it, not how actual workplace adults would do it.
Exactly. It's like
Which-
if in kindergarten you had a fight and your parents and the teacher made you hug and make up, as
Yeah.
opposed to if you had a conflict in the workplace because someone actually did do something very wrong, which Megan did, and got into disciplinary action for it, you would not be expected to hug them.
Now,
You
now
would not be expected to hug a coworker who did something awesome and who you really liked. In fact,
yeah.
that could potentially get you into trouble.
Now I'm just imagining, like, if I was at school and there was, like, a disagreement between two teachers and they worked it out and then the principal said, okay, now hug each other. That would be weird. That would be super weird.
Jesse Torres has a great guess that the mayor reveal is probably going to happen in the mid-season finale,
It's possible.
right before we go into the thing.
That's assuming that we, get a significant mid-season finale and it's not ending on a filler note. We don't really know. One thing that we do know is that this was the 7th episode of season 2. We are getting up to 9 this time around. We don't usually make it up to 9. We haven't done that since 20...
Jake, are you going to battle your
13?
coworkers, Dr. O versus Elsa style?
I wasn't planning on it. like, to my knowledge, I'm the only one of my coworkers who does martial arts.
Does Grid Battle Force have memory wiping technology?
I mean...
Because somebody's saying she knew they were Rangers and then got fired, and it's strange that when they became civilians, that when she became a civilian, she's still allowed to know that they're Rangers. I mean,
you can't...
She can't unknow it.
Yeah, it's basically like signing an NDA. It's like after you lose a job, you can't legally relay company secrets.
Yeah. Even if you don't work there anymore, if you signed an NDA,
they can take legal action against you if you do that. So if she had like publicized their identities, they could have taken
trouble.
Yeah, they could have taken legal action.
My guess is that she was much like the security guy who got fired last week, bound by an NDA, and those bind you even after you're fired. You're not allowed to give away company secrets.
Yeah.
It's like my father works at a company that works on a part for nuclear submarines.
Right.
And even if he stopped working there, he still wouldn't be able to tell people how they're made because they're for the government and they sign a thing that says you can't talk about this.
By the way, Devious, if you want to see me doing any martial arts, watch any Power Reviews episode with a fight scene.
Well, maybe he wanted to see, like, less choreographed martial arts.
Fair
like,
enough.
When you just do sparring or whatever.
Yeah.
No, NDA, not NBA.
No,
We're not playing basketball.
No. I'm still quite proud of that one shot. I'm proud of any shot where I get to do a nice high front kick. That's always fun whenever I get to do those. Like that first kick to the face for Dave. Which I know we keep harping on as being,
It's a running gag.
It's a running gag.
He's going to get kicked in the face, except for that one time when I slapped him.
True.
Devious wants to be your sparring partner. Devious, if you taekwondo, maybe, but, you'd have to be playing by the same rules. So
right.
You'd have to taekwondo.
It would need to be obviously
you can't just randomly...
safe situation.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we got some more fights coming up in upcoming Power Reviews episodes. Phantom's not done fighting. Second half of Beast Morphers thus far. Right now, I like when they pick up on plot threads from the previous season and build upon them. I think that they've been doing well with those. I feel as though a lot of their more standalone plots and lessons of the week are a bit more ham-fisted than last season. So it's been interesting because it does really feel like we do just have a second season, as opposed to, this is the second half of the story and we're kind of, throwing in filler here and there.
Super Mega Force.
Yeah. It feels like the second season of a standard kind of show that would have a second season. We're sort of picking up on past character threads and continuing to develop them, and I really do like those elements. I feel like right now we've kind of lost a little bit of sense of direction moving forward because we don't really have any teases moving forward for the plot. You keep kicking that.
I didn't mean to. I unplugged the laptop. There we go.
But the whole thing with Evox having a secret plan, that's
See you, Jesse.
Oh, have a good one, Jesse. That's been played up for like the last 6 episodes. That he has a secret plan.
Yes.
Well, the last 5 episodes. And it's over and done in 1 episode. And it and we don't have any indication of what he might have planned moving forward, if he's just going to have to make a new plan. I mean, at this point, he took a major loss. This was a major loss for Evox this week.
Yes, it was.
His plan fell apart, and so did his minions. And now the Rangers have a new Zord as a result of his efforts.
So Dustin was saying something about Megan actually getting a redemption arc feels a little off because it means there are no bad humans. There are only flawed humans. And to that, I would say, I think that's true of life.
It is. I agree.
There are no bad humans. There are only flawed humans.
Some more flawed than others.
Very, very flawed, but I don't know if it's ever a good idea to, even people who are so flawed as to be dangerous, just decide that that is a bad human and they can never be redeemed. They should always be given the chance, you know, if they're actually going to redeem themselves and do good, to do so.
And I thought
but that doesn't mean giving them carte blanche to do flawed and dangerous things again.
And one thing I do want to give some kudos on is, I thought that Megan's actress was quite good. She played the two different sides of the character, I think, quite well.
Yes. She
was very smarmy, and then very evil, and here very timid and regretful. And it was some pretty good range there.
She definitely knew she messed up. How did Megan end up seeing the mayor? I still feel like the mayor hired her specifically so that if things went wrong,
she would take the fall.
As a convenient patsy, since the Rangers already distrust her. So that if something, well, not if something went wrong, when something went wrong, because to him, things going wrong would be things going right, which would be Scrozzle getting control of the Zord. That's what he wanted. So he was gonna need a patsy, and it was gonna be Megan.
I feel like that side could have been fleshed out a little bit more. There was a little bit of repetition and filler, I think, in the episode where it's like, oh, you need my help. No, we can't have your help. Oh, you need my help. Oh, we can't have your help. And I felt like that went back and forth a little too much. Maybe a little too much time fighting with the Zord. And I would have liked to get a little bit more out of what the rest of Evox's plan would have been. Because here's the thing. He didn't really take control of the Zord. He just
made it go ape.
He made it go crazy.
Well, not ape because it's a lion, but you know.
Yeah. And none of that seemed to play into his involvement with its development. Like that malware thing. Like, the plot as it was presented in this episode...
You shouldn't have had to throw a dart at the thing. The mayor had full access.
The dart felt unnecessary. And it felt like the sort of thing that he, as a computer virus, should have been able to do without Nate's help.
Yeah.
Like, this episode... That's one of the interesting things. This is an episode that was built up a lot.
Feral. That's a good... Yeah, caused the line to go feral.
But despite it being built up a lot, when you get right down to it...
a terrible plan?
If we had none of the build-up, if we hadn't had, Nate getting mind controlled last week, and we hadn't had that flashback to that in this episode, we just stripped out that flashback, and we hadn't had the whole, my plan, nothing about this episode would have played out any differently.
Yeah, although there was all this build-up to it, the amount of plan that was involved here was about as much as you see in any other episode.
Yeah, which is odd. I like that they tried to do that, but I felt like the plan itself...
Yeah, it does seem like this was his plan, Lewis. This was the plan. Yeah. The big plan.
The big plan was...
The great big plan was this.
Was to take advantage of it during the thing. Now, he was able to coordinate so that Blaze and Roxy would be there at the time, and they had a knowledge of the programming so that they could hack it, but, like... I don't know why he needed Nate for that. Just because He is a computer virus. Why did he need Nate to make a computer virus for a Zord that he had no knowledge of? Like, actually, come to think of it, something that he could have done and would have been tremendously effective and more covert. Just put a puppet on Megan. They could have used a puppet thing on Megan. The Rangers would never have known. And she knew the system, so she would have been able to hack it.
And she'd have been a convenient patsy, because no one would have believed that she didn't actually do it.
Ooh, Evox kind of fell down on the job on this one.
Evox asleep at the wheel.
He's a little bit of a better villain this time around because of his existence as the mayor. So I am glad they have made Evox a bit more of a dynamic villain this season. But he's still not great, unfortunately. Because he doesn't seem to have any innate abilities. Everything that he has is reliant upon others, like Scrozzle basically doing everything, or,
Like, I get why he needed Scrozzle when he didn't have a body.
Yeah. But he still needs Scrozzle.
And he has a body. Even when he's not the mayor, he has his weird green ribcage body.
And he's shown that his planning is not great. Like, he didn't have really any big plans last year. All his plans were developed by his minions. Yeah. This time, he finally developed a plan of his own, and it was very much a, kind of standard evil plan of the week kind of plan, except it took him 2 months.
No, they should not hire us to write the next season of Power Rangers. They should hire Jake to write the next season of Power Rangers. Do not involve me in this!
I would love that so much. I know that it's not a realistic expectation, but I would love that very much.
Now, that has always been something that Jake has been, it's always been a dream, but it's not been a reality. But thank you, Olivia. Thank you.
I do always appreciate those comments. I've made my efforts.
I can do the costumes.
No. They've got good people on that.
I've got my own. I'm the IT guy at the hospital. I like it there.
You don't do costume design.
I don't do costume design.
I mean, you'll do for yourself for like LARP, and that's
and usually it's in nice cases it's a lot of design and not a lot of making. Yeah. So I mean, I guess if you want me to like do the sketches and hand them to people who fabricate things in the costume department, I could do that. But no, I commissioned my costumes. Yeah. I mean, I did make cosplays, but those I don't have to design.
Right. I mean, I've made my I made
LARP
my
costumes. I just those are closet or commission.
Yeah, I made my Phantom armor. I'm proud of that.
You did make.
I do like my Phantom armor.
Yeah, the original Phantom armor.
The original Phantom armor was from Dan Romano.
Right.
He took care of that.
Phantom armor 2.0 was yours.
The last two versions of the Phantom armor have been mine.
And the helmet.
The helmet is Anarchy. Because I tried to make a helmet, but that ended up with me.
And it ended up with you in the bathroom screeching, "Help! Help! I'm covered in resin."
Yep, at like 4 a.m. That was not a great idea.
He tried to slush cast. It didn't work out so well.
Yeah, no.
Dr. K is entirely closet cosplay.
No.
I did a what do you call it?
Yeah, you had cosplayed as Dr. K for Power Morphicon.
Yes. And what I'm saying is it's a closet cosplay. I purchased portions of Dr. K is basically a parochial school uniform.
Yep.
And a lab coat.
And honestly,
you get all of that from Uniform Supply, except for the patch.
The major reason that Dr. K ended up being part of the show was because you had that cosplay. And I'm like, that's a great cosplay. We should have Dr. K be part of the show.
Yeah, I had to style the wig.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have bangs originally.
But, I know that we're a little critical on this episode within the context of the rest of the season. But as an episode unto itself, it was pretty good. This was probably one of the more solid episodes this season. We've had some weaker episodes, but There were some pretty high stakes. We got some tie-ins to the more serialized plot, and I thought that the return of Megan was handled quite well. With the exception of a little too easily forgiven at the end. Really, the ending was just kind of a little hokey, just a little bit.
I'm not selling myself short. It's just not my
No, it's like
my thing.
It's like I know that I should not be a programmer, for instance, or I should. There's a lot of different things that, like, I would not do your job.
No.
You would not do my job.
No.
Everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. I would love.
Jake would be great working on Power Rangers. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, no. Working on Power Rangers has been my personal dream.
I wouldn't even want
for
to be perfectly
the last 20 years.
The only things I'm really interested in the TV world would be possibly getting into acting, just like I do on the series.
Right.
So no.
But yeah, I've tried to make inroads with the show in the past. But unfortunately that hasn't panned out. Yeah. And with the changeover into Hasbro, I'm not even sure exactly who I would get in touch with anymore.
Jake, call Chip right away. Oh, Jake.
I do not have Chip on speed dial. Sorry, guys.
No, we don't have that kind of aligned to them. Brian used to watch the show, but that's about it.
Yeah. No.
Brian Casantini.
Yeah, Brian Casantini. Such a nice guy.
Very nice.
So
guy.
wonderful. It's a shame he's no longer involved with the show, but I hope that he's working on some cool things right now.
Yeah, I hope he's having a blast wherever he's at now.
And I hope that he and Melissa get to work together again, because they worked very well together.
Yeah, you witnessed that at Power Morphicon.
Yeah. So I'm hoping for good things for them, and I know that Jason Bischoff's been active at Funko Pop. I still got. I'm not sure if anyone from Saban is still there or not. Possibly Paul Strickland, but I haven't double checked. But yeah, I like seeing the Zord. Just having a Zord.
Ben and Betty focused episode.
Having a Zord as a motorcycle is always a cool thing.
What's weird to me is that the motorcycle is riding a motorcycle.
No, it's not. The red is a Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because Nick is a motorcycle. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, not Nick. Cruz is a motorcycle. No, that's true. He's using a motorcycle to control a giant robot to ride another motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I was thinking in terms of his sword's a race car. Oh, but Cruz is. Yeah, no, that is very fair. It's cruise control.
I'm saying Cruz. Since Cruz is inhabiting this,
yeah.
Cruz the motorcycle is riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, he's using cruise control. But no, the Beast X King Zord is a pretty cool Zord. Just as Lio was back in Go Busters. We'll be seeing more combos with that moving forward.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So that's good stuff. But yeah, not too much left as far as I find it funny. It's like we're never gonna work on a Zord without you guys again. We're also done working on Zords. This was the last one. There's no more Zords.
We learned our lesson. We're just not going to build any Zords at all.
We blew our R&D budget on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the last of the Zord
this
arsenal
is like
for the
production.
season.
This is like production series Ava problems here. Suddenly, Avas are fighting Avas.
So I'm glad that we managed to eventually overcome our little technical issues at the beginning. I'm glad they were able to overcome their technical issues in the episode. And
we overcame our technical issues to get to watch the show
as I said. But yeah, I feel like this is probably going to be it for Megan.
Yeah, I believe it was mentioned in the chat that she does not have any further credits.
Yeah, not to my knowledge at least. I knew I had been spoiled a little bit that she was going to be in this episode. I just didn't have any context on it. But
okay, but when do we get to see the person I'm spoiled on?
We'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure when that stuff is. But as far as things from last season, we really are tying things off a lot. We've tied off now um, Ravi's artist thing. And we've also tied off. We've tied things off with Megan. We've tied things off with in terms of Evox's plan. It'll be interesting to see what he comes up with in the next 2 episodes. Now that his big scheme has fallen apart.
We do need Nate and Zoe to be maybe not concluded, but addressed again. And I want to be concluded. I want them to stay together.
I feel like the pretty much the 2 things that are going on right now that haven't really been touched on yet is where things are going with the Nate and Zoe ship, and what Evox has been up to in Paris, because we haven't addressed that yet. And those are the main things.
I don't think he was making the Zord over there.
And then I know there's some fun stuff coming up in the rest of the season, but nothing plot-wise that we're aware of. So we're kind of a blank slate going into next week.
I'm completely blank.
So we'll have to check that out, see what it's like. But for now, it's getting late, so we're going to wrap things up. It was great to see you all again. Pleasure as always. And so until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. And and don't forget, I'm going to be
in the Power Rangers chat.
I'm gonna head down. I'll be down in that Discord. So thank you guys again.
Night Devious, Night Rotisserie, Night Rudy, Night Chris, Night Jumpman.
Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you in the Discord.
Bye.
And ending the stream. Power protect.